accused of stealing from a disabled client because he knew no one would notice. The problem is someone eventually did. Now, the troubled guardianship program that 13 Action News has exposed over and over again has a new problem: the arrest of a court-appointed accountant.
Well, Chief Investigator Darcy Spears now shows you how the man controlling a client's money allegedly used it to pad his own pockets.
Certified public accountant Joshua Gottesman is facing nearly 50 criminal charges, all of them felonies, including theft and exploitation of a vulnerable person. All of it happened under the not-so-watchful eye of Clark County Family Court. This all stems from the guardianship case of Garrett Dosh. Garrett and his family received nearly $7 million from a medical malpractice lawsuit due to life-altering injuries he and his twin brother suffered when they were born. According to the arrest report, Gottesman was appointed by Clark County Family Court in 2005 to manage Garrett's trust account. But the report states by March 2017, Gottesman stole more than $190,000 of the disabled man's money. He has since repaid most of the money, but Gottesman admitted to investigators he took it simply because he could. He said he knew no one was watching and he could get away with it. Authorities say when Gottesman's personal accounts were drained or overdrawn, he took money from Garrett's trust and spent it on things like dating websites and video games, pet spa care, traveling, and eating out. Court records show Gottesman was only caught because the guardianship compliance officer found he failed to file required accountings for 12 years. The position of the compliance officer was created after my years-long investigation uncovered massive corruption and heartbreaking exploitation in Clark County's guardianship system. Gottesman declined my request for an on-camera interview. His next court date is in May. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.
And right now, Metro is investigating a possible shooting that may have led to a crash involving a CSD school bus. Police have just cleared the scene. That's near Karen and Burnham. Metro says a driver was shot at and crashed into that bus. No injuries were reported there, though. Valley High School was put on a lockdown for a short time after that incident. And right now, we're heading into a very busy weekend here in Las Vegas. There are several sporting events going on, and both the traffic and the weather are major concerns, especially since we have some rain on the way.
Yeah, Dan, it looks like a situation where we're going to have to take the good with the bad. Nice temperatures, but we got that rain and wind also hanging around.
Yeah, absolutely. Things changing overnight tonight across Las Vegas, that is for sure. Even though today it was a nice day, 70 degrees right now here in Las Vegas. Wind's not as strong as earlier, but they're going to stay a little breezy during the overnight. All right, so plenty of clouds around. We're not seeing any rain. All that could just be some virga that's evaporating before it hits the ground. We're going to be watching that rain back in California spill over those mountains overnight tonight, and that's going to lead to some showers early tomorrow morning. Winds aren't going to be too bad yet in the morning. Chance of rain will start to diminish into the afternoon and evening, but that's when the winds pick up. We're going to see some gusts tomorrow, upwards of 40 miles an hour, a wind advisory. And in fact, temperature's not too bad. Other side, we got that NASCAR event in town. Traffic is going to be a little bit busy, and with the rain tomorrow morning, traffic could be a mess. Switching over to our traffic computer, you guys, and we're going to show you what's happening outside with traffic. Now, right now, not too bad. With all those people in town visiting, we got a little backup across the 15 right near the resort quarter. That's what you typically see this time of night. A little bit of backup on the 215 as well, but up towards the speedway, look at this. Nothing but green on the 15. Good news. You know that's going to change, though, especially by Sunday with that big race.
All right, Dan, right now let's take a live look. Speaking of the 15 happening up right near the speedway, there we go. You can see live drive there on the northbound I-15 heading up there towards the speedway. You can see smooth sailing, but as we know, it is a big weekend. That is likely going to change once the big races come Saturday and Sunday. The Nevada Department of Transportation says that they are expecting an extra 25,000 cars in the area that weekend. So NDOT is advising you to try and avoid the area if you can, or also budget additional time.
Yeah, remember, it is not just NASCAR that's happening this weekend. There is also a UFC fight tomorrow. That's at T-Mobile Arena, the USA Sevens Rugby Series, as well as a Knights game. Now, if you don't plan to head to any of the games or the matches, of course, you can still get in on the fun a little bit. Head to ktnv.com/positivelylv for a list of the events that are happening around the valley.
And new tonight, taxi cab company New Cab acquires Freya's taxi cab fleet. Well, the Nevada Taxi Cab Authority approved that bid today. It covers Freya's some 916 cabs. Freya's Transportation has been in business here in Las Vegas for more than 50 years. Earlier this year, the charitable trust decided, though, to liquidate the company.
Should they stay or should they go? That is the question the Las Vegas City Council is asking when it comes to NV Energy, as the city is researching a move to a new company.
Well, 13 Action News reporter Brian Callahan now explains the potential move and why the city would have to pay if it leaves. Brian.
NV Energy says there are 42 large energy users, largely casinos, eligible to leave the utility. NV Energy also has identified 6 government agencies that could leave. Now the city of Las Vegas is exploring that option. Would the city of Las Vegas save taxpayer money by getting its power from a company outside the state? That's the question the city council is looking to research as it votes Wednesday on a deal that would help allow them to negotiate with a Nebraska-based company that is supplying casinos on the Strip as part of a giant wave in the energy market. In 2015, MGM Resorts, Las Vegas Sands, and Wynn all filed to leave NV Energy. In 2016, Caesars Entertainment and Switch joined the potential exodus. 2017 was quiet in southern Nevada, but last year 10 companies filed intent to leave, including SLS, South Point, Boyd Gaming, and Stations Casinos, with Cosmopolitan and the LVCVA joining the fray this year. While many of those are still in the process of researching a move, MGM paid $87 million to leave and WID paid $15 million. Those exit fees set by the Public Utilities Commission to offset the infrastructure that utilities like NV Energy put in place up to 20 years in advance. The fees are built into state law to help protect utilities from steep increases, as well as keep your bill from going up when large users decide to leave. The big question the city of Las Vegas will be researching: what its exit fee will likely be, and if it would save the city money in the long run. We want to make it clear the city is only doing research at this point and has not filed any paperwork to leave. NV Energy says in a statement it believes it's a best energy partner for the city and will work with the city to offer solutions to keep them as a fully bundled customer. That's a sentiment the utility says extends to every customer. Brian Callahan, 13 Action News, elevating Las Vegas.
And the race for president is heating up here in Nevada. Another potential hopeful is in the valley right now, trying to gain some support. California Senator and Democratic candidate Kamala Harris just wrapped up a town hall.
Yeah, we're a pretty popular state, as it turns out, right? 13 Action News reporter Joe Bartels is live there at Canyon Springs High School tonight. That, of course, is right near Alexander and North 5th. Joe.
Yeah, Todd and Carla, this room really packed, at least maybe 200, 300, 400 people that were here to listen to the senator speak. It actually just cleared out here just a short time ago here, but she took questions in this town hall meeting, a lot of them about immigration. Take a look at the video here. A lot of them also dealing with DACA, that delayed action for childhood arrivals to the United States. That program at the moment is up in the air with the Trump administration. Senator Harris condemned the separation of parents and children at the border. Remember, that was a very hot topic recently. She also touched on many other topics, including climate change, and she vows to really make changes if she's elected to office. She also wants to see education reform and higher pay for teachers across the country.
Let's speak the truth that in America today, there are teachers who work 2 jobs, sometimes 3, to pay the bills, and also because they're coming out of pocket to pay for school supplies.
And she also wants universal background checks on gun purchases, and she also said that she would stand up to the NRA. She did wrap up about 30 minutes ago. This room really just cleared out a short time ago, but we do expect a lot more high-profile visits from presidential hopefuls as we get ever closer to Election Day. Reporting live, Joe Bartels, 13 Action News, elevating Las Vegas.
Yeah, a familiar stop. All right, Joe, thank you. Well, 13 Action News update now. Lawmakers are expressing some concerns over a Nevada bill that would allow police to look at drivers' phones following a crash. A hearing for the controversial bill happened this morning. Lawmakers say distracted driving certainly is a problem, but they also see some legal challenges with this measure, especially when it comes to privacy. Well, 10 more months of protection. That's how much longer immigrants with TPS, or temporary protected status, will be allowed to live and work here in Las Vegas as well as around the country.
The Department of Homeland Security is taking action as a lawsuit winds through the courts to stop the Trump administration from ending the program for a majority of its recipients.
And Cynthia Maldonado right now is live in studio with us, Cynthia, and not every TPS holder is included in this lawsuit.
That's right, Todd and Carla. We're learning the extension gives those TPS holders some space to breathe and some hope. What happens next January depends on what happens with the lawsuit. But not everyone we talked to here in the Valley today supports giving TPS to anyone. Ovidio Duran can fix it all. He's a handyman, but one thing he can't fix, his legal status. It's sad because going back to my country with all the violence going on, it's hard. I'd lose everything from one day to the next. Duran arrived in Las Vegas in 2001 after a daring escape from gangs in El Salvador. I was kidnapped at work. They frightened me and I was so scared. Duran requested political asylum and was granted temporary protected status. With TPS, I'm grateful because I can work without any problem. TPS allows people from countries at war or affected by natural disasters to live and work in the United States for a limited time. But his future became uncertain when the Trump administration canceled the program last year. I don't want to go back. My wife and I are used to living here and we're happy. In Nevada, 6,300 Salvadorans are TPS holders. On average, they have lived here for 24 years. Right now, Duran and others are still in limbo. Homeland Security extended the program for one more year. But not everyone supports giving temporary protected status to anyone.
You want to be in the United States, become a U.S. citizen.
You got to live by our laws. And if you don't want to do that, hey, go back wherever you came from.
Republican analyst Jesus Marquez says the government has previously allowed TPS holders to renew their status every 18 months.
All these people had to make roots in this country, so you can't just expel them now. You can't just deport them now.
TPS isn't only granted to Salvadorans, it also benefits several other countries, including Haiti and Sudan. Those with TPS can apply for a permanent residency, but applications are approved on a case-by-case. Cynthia Maldonado, 13 Action News, elevating Las Vegas.
Great, thank you, Cynthia. Taking luxury on the road, we're going to take a look at how some fans are rolling into the big NASCAR weekend in style.
Yeah, some really, really impressive RVs here. All right, and you also may think your health problems are mostly caused by genetics, but turns out there may be another reason why your location may play a role.
New at 6, a lot of you probably remember the MTV show Cribs. It was a walking tour of celebrity houses. Imagine checking out some lavish homes that are actually just on wheels.
Yeah, Samantha Thomas right now went around town to the Speedway and she found some really decked out luxury RVs parked for NASCAR weekend.
We're not in one place all the time. You get tired of where you are, you move somewhere else.
Just the convenience of having all of your things with you wherever you're going.
Meet Jack and Lois. These adventure lovers invited me to their luxury home on wheels.
All right, let's go.
This is their customized RV, parked on Marathon Motorhome Row.
Blue is my favorite color, so I worked with the interior designer at Marathon, and she came up with all these blue accents.
Not only is blue the color theme on this RV, custom iPads control the windows.
We can do individual window or we can do room.
And even the TV.
You run the TV stations, all that.
Can you turn the TV on?
Sure.
Do you have channel 13?
And it's all about the accents, like this lizard cabinet and chair covers.
That's lizard. So they did lizard inserts here, and then they did the lizard inserts on the bar stools and the front of the couch.
The couple's decor dreams are a reality in this bedroom, with more than enough room for Lois's shoes.
These are all shoes in here. I have shoe space underneath the washer dryer, and this is another closet. Some built-in shoe storage there.
But to own one of these, prepare to fork over some cash. A lot of it.
You're right in the $2 million range.
Around Town with Samantha Thomas, 13 Action News.
And Jack and Lois live in their custom RV for about 10 months out of the year. They're already planning their next driving trip.
Yeah, going all out there. All right, looking ahead right now, you could run away with the circus if you'd like. The 18th annual Runaway with Cirque du Soleil event is tomorrow. The 5K run and 1 mile walk. It's going to be at the Springs Preserve there, so you're encouraged to show off your Cirque side here in a special costume contest. There's going to be a special appearance also by the Blue Man Group there as well. All the proceeds, they're going to the show's foundations. Registration starts at 7 a.m. Always a colorful run for sure.
That's
here
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And this is fun too. Tomorrow is House of Blues Day in Las Vegas, and House of Blues tweeted out these pictures today. The music venue and restaurant is celebrating 20 years on the Strip, and county commissioners were also on hand to make that proclamation. Oh, when it comes to a lot of health problems, it's really tempting to blame our genes.
But as it turns out, ABC's Zachary Keish reports we may also need to be looking at our location as well.
Is your zip code just as important as your genetic code? Do diseases develop because of your inheritance or your environment? It's the question of nature versus nurture, and a question that scientists have been trying to answer for years. A recent study conducted by researchers at Harvard Medical School and the University of Queensland studied over 50,000 sets of twins. They have shared genes and a shared home. They checked out over 500 diseases. Whether you are rich or poor, the climate and air pollution were found to be less important than genes, lifestyle choices, or the neighborhood that you live in. Obesity was most influenced by lifestyle and socioeconomic status, which means healthy eating and exercise may be a bigger predictor of obesity than genetics. Most diseases develop due to both genes and environment. This study is a guide for further research into what we're born with and what we can do to make ourselves healthy. I'm Zachary Keish, ABC News.
A grandma is going viral on social media tonight.
Yeah, you're going to love this story. What she was doing that almost made her drift out to sea on this iceberg.